So in the last tutorial, we had ourselves a little problem, and that was the fact that it was hard to synchronize our pages together. So we could, highlight all the pages and apply different effects, but the problem was if we created another page, it would lose all the effects, and we'd have to create everything from scratch again. And that is where master pages come into play. So what a master page does is it is a template, something that every single page is going to draw from first, and then after that you can modify and rearrange all of your pages. So let's go ahead and double click on this up here. So first off, go up to your pages, make sure that the pages are open right here. And they'll probably be something like maybe closed up to here, or they could even have the top disappeared. What we need to do is bring this down so that we can see a master right here. And then we need to double click on the right side here where it's this this blank page, and we're going to double click on that, and you'll notice that our view has changed. We are no longer looking at one of these pages, we are looking at the master page. And so what is the master page? Well, I think the easiest way to visualize this is if I actually just create a rectangle really quickly and then fill it with some color. And now if you notice, every single page now has this rectangle on it. And if I want to move this rectangle, I don't need to move it individually. I go up to here and I can click on it, and I can move it anywhere, and keep watch right down the list. It's always moving with our pages. So from here, from this master page, we're able to create styles and guides that are going to affect every single page afterwards. So if I go ahead and delete this, let's tackle that problem that we had in the last tutorial. Let's go up to margins and columns. Then we're going to click on that. We'll bring up the dialog box. We'll go down to columns right here on the left to number. And let's go ahead and add 3 columns here. And let's change the gutter as well, which is the distance between the columns right here. Let's change that to maybe 5. So it's just a small sort of gutter. We're going to click the OK button. And so now this column is applied to our master. So now if we go back into these, you'll notice something, that the one that didn't have it now has this, but the one that did have it doesn't have it. So that was a little confusing. So let me try to rephrase that a little bit. Right here, page 4 was the one that we created that didn't have columns before. You'll see that it adopted the master's style of only having these tiny gutters, while all the other ones actually have different gutters. And that's because we've applied an effect over them. We've tried to apply our own margins and columns to each one of these. So instead, what we can do to erase everything is let's click on the top one, let's hold shift and click down to this one. And then we're going to right click, we're going to hit apply master to pages. And we want to apply the A master to these. So we want to reapply the master to all of these pages. And now you'll see that the master takes over. So let me just try to re-explain that one more time so that you understood what was happening there. You'll notice that all of these are now in the exact master. They look exactly like our master. However, sometimes we want to deviate out of the master. We want to change maybe even the layout, like the guides right here. So if we have this 3-column setup. If we go up to layer, margins and columns, and now we change just this top one, you'll notice that it actually adjusts only the top one. So you can apply effects on top of the master and overwrite the effects that the master is given. But what we did by creating the master and applying the columns within the master is that we added the ability that all of our pages are going to be synchronized by default. So if I go in here and I create another page, which was inserted right here, you see it already has the columns. I can create as many pages as I'd like now. And every single one of these pages are going to have the 3 columns. So no longer do we have the problem where if we create a new page, we're going to have, issues and dilemmas coming up from it where we'd have to take all of our previous effects and reapply them. Now, since we've applied a master, every single one of our pages are going to be exactly the same. And so I'm going to go up to highlight up to here, and we're going to go ahead and trash all of these. So again, to highlight all of them from the bottom to the top, click on one, then go to the last one that you want to click on and hold shift and then click on it. Then we're going to click the delete selected pages. So we're just left with 4. And the top one was our experiment. It has the one that's standing out right now. Right now it's deviating from our master. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, right click on it, apply master to page. And then we're going to click A master, and it's going to reapply that so that we are now, all 4 of these are the exact same. And now what makes it really easy is if we wanted to change all 4 of these at once, or all 400 of them if we had 400 pages, all we have to do is go up to the master page and adjust it from here. So now we can go up to here, go to margins and columns, and let's adjust it back to the normal 1 pico right there. Click OK. And now when we go to 1, you'll notice that they've all adjusted. Just like that, one simple change. What happens though if you want to deviate from the master? Maybe you have alternating pages, maybe every second page, or maybe every left side of the book is one and every right side of the book is a different style. To do that, we don't need to just stick with one master. We can create multiple masters. So you'll notice right here we have this symbol on the top of these. They're A's, and that's because it's using the A master. We can also apply the none master to all of these. So if we wanted to, make this one not have any styles at all, we could right click, hit apply master to pages, and switch to none. Click OK. And you'll notice that if we go to the first page right here, that it loses its designation. However, it's still keeping what it had beforehand. It's not just going to delete everything out of it. The guides and stuff are still there. However, if we go ahead and delete these layouts, or if let's actually go back into the master A here, and let's change the columns to 4, and then go back to 1, you'll notice that this no longer is taking any guidance from these. It's just whatever was left on it, it's now by itself, and we can make whatever changes we want to it, and it's not going to overwrite or change things. So let's go ahead and right click back on here. We'll reapply the master here. Whoops, we need to make sure that we tell it a master. And so now let's talk about a secondary master. So we can actually create our new master right here by going up, clicking new master, and then you'll see that the prefix is right here. This is that letter it's going to give it. Then the name of it. So it's going to be B-master right now, and that's fine with me. We can also base it off of a master, so we can start it on another master. And then how many pages? We can make a multi-page master if we wanted, so that we could apply it to 2 different pages, and it'll actually apply the effects to both of them. We're going to go ahead and click OK right here, and now you'll see that we have a B master created. Let's go ahead and maybe at the bottom create like some little logo or something down here. Let's create like a little box down to the right here. And we'll give it this green color, which just you need to double click up there once you create the box. And so now we have this B master that has this green box on the bottom right. So what we can do is we can say every second page we want to apply this. So if you click on the first one, hold down Control and click on the fourth one, it'll select these 2. And then you can right click, apply master to pages, and then let's apply the B master instead. Now let's jump back in here, and you'll see that our first one is still the same, but our second one had all of its settings overwritten by the B master, so it has the green box and no margins left. The third one goes back to the A master, which you can see with the A right there, and then the fourth one goes to the B master. So now we can see that we can actually create certain styles and techniques, and these styles will propagate through our entire document. So we can go, even more advanced than this. We can create entire layouts, because think of a textbook, or think of a document that you would look, maybe like a 35-page PDF or something like that. Usually the style is identical on every single one of the pages. You have a border, you have a page number, maybe you have an @copyright symbol in the bottom left, maybe there's some picture in the top left, but usually they're all exactly the same. And you don't want to have to create that every single time, or even highlight all of it, Control-C, copy it and paste it to every document. So what you can do is you can create these masters, and it'll save you a lot of work, and it'll allow you to really stylize your document to how you want it to be.